Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you again. My name is Alex Muchnik from Raz-Lee Security. Thank you for joining us to this weekly webinar about SIEM and DAM support for IBM iShops. As I mentioned before, last week, each week through the end of the year, we will presenting one or two webinars covering the major modules of iSecurity solution. A few words about Raz-Lee. We founded it in 1983. We the widest security solution offer in the market. We 100% focus on S400 environment. Our main offices in the US, Italy, and Germany, and we are IBM business partner. Our products install more than 4,100 countries over the 12,000 licenses in the world, and our partners are the big companies of SIEM and DAM solutions provider, and we have unique products like anti-ransomware, change tracker, and capture. As you can see on this slide, this is our global distribution network. We are all over the globe. We were in every continent in the world. And this is our selected customers like Bank of China, Office Depot, Euronet, and other banks in the world, including Russia and other countries. This is the category of our products, and today we're talking about the SIEM and DAM. As the SIEM and DAM is our component for all products, for all Raz-Lee iSecurity products. So if we're looking in the category like auditing category, so we have connectivity for all auditing category like audit, like change tracker, and in protection category, we also has a connectivity to firewall and to threat in demand, to antivirus in the ATP category. And in the database category, we have connectivity to AP Journal and FileScope, and all products, we support all products with SIEM and DAM. So in this slide, as you can see, the category, the products inside the category, the standards that required from the companies to use SIEM, because this is a very important part of standards and regulation to connect all our logs inside S100 to your SIEM machine or DAM machine. And as you can see, we have the output is in the SIEM here on this place, and we also as a output with a different kind of output like in business intelligence and reports and etc. So today we focus on the SIEM. As you always know that already know that all our products has the same look and feel. So if you know one product, if you know how to define syslog and SIEM inside one product, that you can define easily in other product. So everything is very simple to use and very friendly. We have GUI client with a definition that you can define in SIEM, and in a few minutes I will show you how easily to do it. And we have intelligence, business intelligence to analyze statistics data inside the logs on S400. And of course, we support SIEM with the formats like Ceph and Leaf. And not only we support Ceph and Leaf, we also support manual structure of information. We can define, I will show you in a few minutes, how we simply define the manual method to send manually events to SIEM. And of course, the case studies on the client side showing us that the SIF and LEAF is very common, it's starting to be the world standard formats. Okay, so agenda today is to understand SIEM, why and how, and to see the examples of SIEM and DAM support. Okay, so let's look into the next slide. Just few words about this slide, about this SIEM, why and now and how. First of all, the multi-system environments are the standard today in worldwide. So there's nothing we can do because this is maybe a fashion, or maybe it's globally fashion or globally requirement to get everything into the SIEM or DAM. The difference between them, it's the category. The SIEM is provided by few companies, and the DAM provides for other companies. There are different technology inside, but the result is almost the same with a few differences. Okay, so the goal of the SIEM is consolidate relevant event information from multiple systems in single location. So it can be from checkpoint firewall, it can be from switch, Cisco switch, from servers, Linux servers, Windows servers, this PC, important PC, everything that has output standard with syslog, it can send data logs to this SIEM. We also has a support for another standard, JSON standard. The JSON standard, it is a big search engine that based on Java, and in the last year, we feel that this standard is started to be common, started to be very important in the companies, because it's supporting direct search big data database. So I think it's very interested to check in your companies if it's okay for you from your side to go to the JSON or maybe to SIEM, because SIEM, this is a standard that written in the last 10 or 15 years ago. The JSON, it's kind of new standard in the last 5 years, and companies like McAfee is using it with the DAM systems, and other companies like, I will show you example maybe later. Okay, so this is the example of DAM in database activity monitoring, Imperva Secure Sphere, McAfee DAM, Guardium of IBM, and iSecurity supports Imperva, also Imperva Secure Sphere and McAfee DAM. This is the example of how can we sending logs from iSecurity audit, from firewall, AP journal, antivirus, authority on demand, and all other products like FileScope, Change Tracker. It should be also in this category. And as you can see, this is the SIEM and DAM. Imperva belongs to the DAM category, and McAfee. QRadar belongs to SIEM. RSA also SIEM. Splunk also to SIEM. ArcSight, SIEM. LogRhythm, SIEM. Okay. In typical syslog environments, if you're taking a regular organization, IT department, and you can see PCs, important PC, checkpoint products, checkpoint servers or hardware like firewall and others, IDS maybe, and IBM I, and Linux servers, Unix, mainframe, all of them, including AS400, has ability to send syslog with our product, with our component. We can define in our product optional filtering. So it is possible to send everything that inside S400, any log, with any severity, with any facility, but it's possible to filtering, to send only specific types of entry types or logs. So it's optional function. You can send everything, or you can filter it, or you can send everything and clear the log in S400. So it's a very economic method. You send everything, every log into the SIEM, and you're clearing automatically the S400 logs of iSecurity products. Okay. This is our partners. OEM partner Imperva, very important partner. We have technical partners like IBM and McAfee, and as I showed before, we supported all types of SIEMs and DAM in the world. So HP OpenView and ArcSight and Labs, Splunk, and everything. If I'm looking to the iSecurity product, we see the audit the log of audit based of Q Audit Journal and Q History. We have two database sources of Q Audit Journal. It's system logs, and Q History. It's the famous display log command showing you the log, and we can send everything to your SIEM machine or DAM. Our firewall also, any log in the firewall we can send to SIEM. Also, we can send alerts, special unique alerts that we design and we configure inside the audit product or inside the firewall or inside the AP journal. We can send all these specific events into the SIEM. So we can send everything, any log and alerts, any special unique alert we can send to SIEM. Including AP journal, we can send any change in the data and sensitive data in the sensitive fields and files we can send to the SIEM. And of course, the authority on demand, the logs of this product, it's possible to send also to the SIEM. Of course, we can send everything to SIEM through the syslogs format standard, and we also can send everything into the email, not the logs, but reports, alerts, and we also can send SMS and SNMP. This is the old standard of communication, simply network protocol. And I saw that in the many companies still using this protocol, and we also can send an SMP protocol, and also we have option to the Twitter. Okay. If we am going to resolution, in the next resolution, in the format, we supported two major standards, field mode support of two major standards, like SAFE, it's for ArcSight and most other SIEM providers. LEAF, it's typically for IBM QRadar. And we also, as I mentioned before, we support free format structure. So we can build specific, simply free format structure and send it to SIEM, and it's very easily to define. And some users, some companies using this method. And what important thing that we support 3 SIEM machines in parallel. For example, I'll give you an example. There are some big bank company, they're still using with the other servers ArcSight SIEM. It's connected to maybe 12 or 25 machines like Unix, Linux, and communication devices, including S400. And they want to finish using this ArcSight because maintenance or companies and the life of the product, and they already bought the new SIEM machine, and they want to migrate from one machine to other machine, and then they want to keep maybe 1 year or 2 years ability to send everything to 2 machines or 3 machines in parallel, and we have the support. We have a support to send in parallel to 3 machines. Okay. And one interesting definition inside the data I will show you in a few minutes. It's that we can send events by severity, by standard severity of IBM. IBM in the last year, in the last OS versions, they add to the S400 severity. It's like a table, and IBM decide which events has a high severity, low severity, and critical events, and they did a format, and we're using this standard format of severity, and it make life easier for SIEM professionals to analyze information from the SIEM. And of course, technically, we supported UDP and TCP options with TLS encrypted channel. And also we can filtering each event on each entry type. Okay. And one interesting thing, I just back from the customer side, very big transportation company, and they asked me to install component of syslog to SIEM, and I did it less than 1 hour. Just put the IP address of SIEM, restart the product, and the data already in the SIEM. So it's working. Its implementation is very fast, especially if you using standards like Ceph and Leaf. So it's taking less of an hour to send SIEM. And one important thing that you mentioned is that we can send, and it's in reality, we can send more than 1,000 database updates. So it's working without any limit. It's very fast. It's the influence on the CPU is very small. It's less than 1%. Okay, now I'm going to show you the real S400, and I hope that you can see my screen. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, so this is our S400. Okay, and as you can see, I will show you once again. We have the main screen of our portfolio. This is iSecurity, our portfolio, full portfolio. We have audit here, we have short command, and we have firewall and password reset and AP journal, and we have short commands here. So you can also start the products from the main menu or on specific command. Let me show you directly the SIEM. This is the SIEM. Please look into the SIEM. I hope that you can see the SIEM. This is real SIEM, Kiwi. This is free tool. So if in your company you don't have SIEM machine, so I highly recommend to download the Kiwi server. It's free. It's accepting 5 devices to send the syslog. And as you can see, this is live SIEM. And if we're looking into it's sending data from AS400 with the CIF format. You can see inside the record here, Ceph, and you can see the events is coming from user security 2P, and it's coming from the audit product, and you can see the time changing in seconds. So this is live SIEM, and our product is sending logs to SIEM, you can see the name of the machine, S520. This is our S400 machine. And let's look into the back to the S400 machine. This is S400. I'm getting inside the audit product and looking out simply to define SIEM. So with option 81 and option 13, you just type here yes here, and it will send the first SIEM machine, and you have second and the third one. Okay, so if you using syslog, so you have to choose here yes. But if in your company using JSON format for DAM, specific DAM, you have to choose yes here. But also it's possible to choose everyone here, and you can send parallel to all these machines. And this parameter is most important, because if you pressing here yes, then it will send syslog to SIEM. All logs will be sent there, and you won't be able to see any log on this local S400. So in the case you want to your disk space is very expensive to you, you also can use this option. Okay. After I defined the activity of the component, then I defined the IP address of the SIEM, the name, and the type of the communication, the port. So we provide here standard definitions that usually this is common definition in all SIEM machines. And also the severity. The severity, I will talk about the severity in a few minutes. And the structure. Now I'm sending syslog with the Ceph structure, and also I can choose leaf, and if I want, I can choose the message structure. So as you can see here, this is the dictionary of message structure. So you can put, for example, this one, you can add on the line, and you can choose every parameter from here, and it will send you directly to your SIEM machine manually in like message structure basis. Okay. And everything that we look into that we can see here, we also can see in the product log. So I'm just typing the direct command of the audit log, and everything that we can see here, it's also can be sent, and it's already sent to your SIEM machine. This is the log of audit, and the same from the firewall. The same log from the firewall. Everything is going to the SIEM. And of course, authority on demand log, and other products like change tracker, etc., and file scope, and all other products. I have the definition is also possible from the GUI. This is our GUI screen, and under the audit product, you can see in the system configuration, you can see the same screen that I showed you before, syslog definitions. You can choose the protocol, the port, the IP address, the severity, the facility, and the definition will be immediately. And also you have SNMP definitions. It's also available on the green screen. In the case you have SIEM support with the SMTP. So it's very easily to define it from the GUI, especially for some of you that there's no experience on S400. So it's very easy to define from the GUI. And in this case, I defined it from the audit. And also, let's look into the firewall. Have the same definition inside the firewall. and the same definition in the other products. Let me show you from this screen. Firewall, the same option, 81. In all products, the same option. 71, it's and 72, it's the second one, and 17 will activate. So in the firewall, you can send all logs, or maybe you can send only rejects logs to the SIEM. And also into the JSON. It's the same concept. Let me show you the AP journal definitions. The same option in AP journal. And more of this. In AP journal, it is possible to define the application, specific definition for application. In AP journal, will send a syslog or SNMP, and of course it can send to 3 SIEM. So in AP journal, we have unique definition of syslog and SIEM. So we have to pay attention of this. And let me show you once again the SIEM. So as you can see, this is the SIEM event, and with the type of Ceph type, standard type, and you can see that we have the product name, the audit, we have the version, we have the entry type, we have user profile, job name, definitions, number of job, user and job name, and the program name with the library. And you have all information, and this is standard format, because SIEM now, when you get this standard, then it is possible to analyze this event together with other sources of logs from other machines, like Active Directory database maybe. And the SIEM can take this event and other event from other system and other event and make a cross-checking, and from this cross-checking it send, or it maybe write a special severity for this event and sending to responsible administrators. For example, if someone open new user profile in AS400 and it's already updated in the log, the same, and the same defined to check all new users, the definitions, creation of new users, and the missing Active Directory user, for example. So it can be alert, it can be sent to your manager, to administrator, to show him that someone opened user profile in S400 without permission, without to open it first in Active Directory. Okay, just example how SIEM is working. So I can look inside this SIEM, just look inside to see any others events, some interested events. Maybe we can find something interested here. No, it's common information. Send everything that in the log, everything in the log. Let me show you severity. Okay, I promised you about the severity, to a few words about the severity. Okay, so if I look inside the audit in the option 81, when we already mentioned the support of SIEM support, yeah, we have in option 22, we have very interesting thing, that severity settings. So as you know, the audit journal, the records written inside the audit journal based on the entry types. It's categorized by entry types. So as you can see in audit types, we have entry types and sub-entry types. And IBM in the last operating system, new operating system, I think it's coming from 7.2, they added a set of severities. So by pressing F21, I can set the IBM recommendation of severity. And then it will add it for each SIEM, or maybe only for one SIEM number one. Then you can see, for example, the severity number 5. It's like a notice in my message, so it's not so urgent. But number 4, it's warning, and number 6, it's information. Okay, and when I try to find here number 3, maybe, so I can just try to search on this screen. 0, for example. No, you have 0 here. Okay. Okay, so this is the concept. And if you want to make your life easier, just set F21 and it will add the severity that recommended by IBM. And we also have another set 2, set 3. And also you can define the severity by yourself. So you can decide what is the critical for your business, or maybe auditors will decide together with you what event is critical for your business, and you can do it manually. And after you take a decision, severity 5, 6, 1, etc., and if you not if you keep it this field without blank option, so it won't say anything. So you already, it's possible to filter from this screen. You can possibly filter the logs that you're going to send to the SIEM machine. But if you keeping blank, it won't send, for example, these events you won't see in your SIEM machine. Okay, but it's in the SIEM number 1, in SIEM number 3, you will see it. Okay, and after that, after you decide the severity for each event, or you already using IBM recommendation, then in option 31, you just type the severity, the minimum severity and the maximum. So in this case, it will send all severities between 0 and 7. And if you want to limit, you can choose number 3, 4, etc. So this is option 22, and you can choose here the recommendation of IBM. Let's look into the presentation once again. I show you the GUI, of course. Okay. One more interesting thing that I want to show you is that we can send alerts. And the alerts, definition of alerts, it's coming from real-time detection in the audit. And also from the firewall. You can send alerts from the firewall. So let me show you how it's easy to define this action. For example, I taking one of the entry types. For example, if I take this one and I'm going to audit here, and I choose the libraries and items, and then I can keep automatic message structure, or I can add my own by using F7. You can add manually. Let me show you. Now I took the F8. I will do F7. Okay, and then you can add by your own fields. You can add the timestamp, the object name, the name of the object, and also free text. And after that, you can send this alert to email, to message queue, or to SIEM. SIEM number 1 and SIEM number 2. So it's very easy to define, and from this moment, every time that this event will appears, it will send email, message, and alert to SIEM. And also, in this alert, we have special menu that we can combine extra commands. For example, if this event will appears, so then it will end the job immediately, and it will change user profile to disable, the status of user profile to disable. So it's built-in. It's one of the actions that we already built in for the test. So just show you once again, you decide the message structure and the output. Number 8 will send this message, these events, future events, to your SIEM. Or you can use option 9 to SNMP option, or SMS. Okay, so I have a question here. Just a moment, I want to answer the question. Of course, you will get the answer together with the other questions. Just a moment. Okay, Mark asking me if we have support to Splunk. Yes, Splunk working with Leaf standard, and we have support for Splunk. We have dozens of installation with Splunk. I personally did some few installation with Splunks. It's a very friendly SIEM, and it's easily to implement in with the iSecurity. Okay, the question that I have, another question from Eden is if how can I keep housekeeping of disk space on S400 when I'm using the SIEM. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so I will show you on the audit, because it's the same method on other products. It's so first of all, in the audit we have option 89 and 51 and 1 or 2 or 3. So under this option, you will be able to see the disk space for our logs, for audit logs. So you can see the total in megabytes, and you can see every day the records and the records, number of records and size, especially size for every day. So in the case you want to use the method to send logs directly to SIEM without any logs on S400. So as I showed you before, these are very easily, you can do it by option 81 and 30, this option, and then you just put here as only operational update to yes, and after you have to restart the product, and from this moment you won't see logs on S400 at all. So what you're going to see in this option, in the maintenance option of the disk space, you won't see anything here. Everything will be in zeros. So it's depending on you if you want to keep logs on S400 or you want to send everything to your SIEM, and then the SIEM specialist will analyze the logs and will make a cross-checking, etc. So you should decide what the best for you to do. We have support for 2 options. Okay, so in this way you manage the disk space, and if you sending everything to your SIEM, so there's nothing to manage. You have nothing to manage from the log point of view. Okay, and I have another question here about the JSON. Yes, I have a question about the JSON. Okay. In option 81, we have option 34. And as you can see, it's very easily. You have to know just the type of protocol is the UPD or DCP, and the port and the IP address. And from this moment, after you define it, all logs is transferred directly to the DAM machine, and it's very easy to implement. We have dozens of installation with McAfee, DAM, and with others, and the support. So they have good support for this DAM interface. And when you have to decide what to choose, JSON or SIEM, it depends on your budget and depends on your company policy. So we don't have special recommendation what to choose, but we can recommend because we know QRadar very good and other. So if you need some recommendation from us, we can connect you with our colleagues in this area, and they can implement SIEM in your company. But most important that you can always use the Kiwi. So this is free machine. It's a free installation. And if you don't have any SIEM in your company, please first try with Kiwi. Add the license to S400 iSecurity product, and you immediately will get logs in your SIEM machine. And as you can see, it's very friendly, and it will take you to 21st century immediately. Because a company without SIEM today, it's company in 20th century. But every company today must work with SIEM. This is the standard of Europe, United States, and other companies and other areas in the world. So thank you to join us. I have another question. Just a moment. Okay, I have another question. Just a moment. I have a question from Oscar. If a firewall can block access, okay, of course. The firewall, let me show you our firewall. The firewall, this is a firewall. And in the firewall, we have next levels of security. We have servers security. For example, all exit points are secured by firewall, as you can see. File transfer, FTP, SQL entry, remote SQL, DB open, database server, telnet, file server. We have this layer, we secure this layer, okay? Another layer that we secure is IP layer. And the next layer that we secure by firewall, user security. We can build user groups per servers, and it's another layer. The third layer, it's object security, native object and IFS security. And we have additional special security layer. Okay, so for your question, yes, we can block access in the firewall. The firewall can block access for remote users, local users, And the second part of your question, the integration, for example, McAfee DAM solutions, we sending logs from firewall. So the logs will show you, and that we send, will show you the rejects. The meaning of rejects, it's block access. Everything that we can block by firewall, it will send the log to your McAfee DAM system. And then you can analyze it and take some decision from this information that we send from the reject log or not reject or allow log. We can send everything that you will decide to your McAfee DAM. Yes. Okay, if you have an additional question, I have. Okay, thank you, Oscar, that you're asking me. Thank you, Eden, Mark. Appreciate that you join us. And this Thursday we have another meeting with our AP Journal solutions. So I will happy that you will join us in the Thursday in the same hour. Thank you very much. See you soon. And please download our products and install it and test it. We can send you temporary license code. You can test it, and you can also download the Kiwi free product, and you can connect between them and play and define and to get examples, real examples, how it's going to be the SIEM. Thank you. Bye bye.